Hi, in today's video we're going to be showing you restoring this very, very extremely rusty sledgehammer head that we found underground with a metal detector. So here we have the sledgehammer head, and as you can see, there's probably about 1/8 of an inch of rust on this hammerhead here. So it's gonna need some extreme rust removal and cleaning. And how we're gonna do that is first there's a few steps we need to do. There's a few different things. First, what we're gonna do is we're going to soak it in vinegar, just distilled white vinegar, whatever brand, doesn't matter what brand, just
any vinegar. Just any vinegar you can get.
And 5% acidity is good. 5% or more acidity, because we want this nice and clean. So here's our vinegar bath, and we're gonna go ahead and move this. Move the rag.
There.
Oh, and we've also got a 80 grit
Grinder.
flapping disc or an angle grinder.
Yeah.
But so here's our vinegar bath, and we just need to. Ooh, that's looking good. Just put some rusty stuff in there. So you can use a vinegar bath to clean any rusty metal.
Like that. That's not rusty.
Like this stuff. We've got just locks, paddle bits soaking in here, fence hitches.
Yeah.
Some other parts. Okay, that's everything out. Now, this container doesn't exactly fit this,
But we just still put it in there.
but we're going to put it in there and make it stretch, and we're going to put it in there for 72 hours. And that's the first step of cleaning off your very rusty thing. And you can put it for longer or shorter, however amount of time, but when the rust gets thinner and soft, you know that it's ready. Okay, so we just took it out, and it's done pretty good. It's gotten, see right here, you can see.
That we just showed you.
Oh yeah, that's the last step.
Yeah.
Grinder wheel's the last step because it will get clogged up with rust pretty fast and easily. So right now we're just going to take a putty knife, if I can find one. Perfect. Yep, and just pick at the rust. So now, you can hit it with a wire brush if you want. And that doesn't, wire brushes don't do much unless they're super stiff.
Yeah, like a big wire brush.
But now, we're going to move on to the third step, which is sandblasting. Now we're to step 3, sandblasting. And here we have our homemade sandblaster. It's just a plastic bottle with a we cut off the end with a cap and hot glued a piece of cardboard there, and then we hot glued a piece of copper pipe, and you can squish it however you want. We squished ours flat, and we just drilled that hole for there, and then we have our air compressor tip with 150 psi, and you just plug it in there, and you put sand in the top, and you have to have dry sand or else it does not work.
Yeah, because it sticks to the bottom.
Yes, and it gets in big clumps. So here we have some dried out sand, This is display sand. And you really need to hold the tip more than you need to hold the top, but and okay, so we just need to hold the tip, squeeze the trigger. Okay, now we're going to use the angle grinder.
Back with the sledgehammer restoration.
Okay, so we started working on the handle, and we just have, here we have we just cut a shape out of a 2x4, and it's about 34 inches long. What we're going to be putting on here is boiled linseed oil, and boiled linseed oil when it's fresh and when it's sealed up in here, it's an oil, like it's a lubricant. But
Show the words.
But whenever it dries on metal, it gets sticky. So it's a good thing to put on axe or hammerheads. Okay. Now,
Boil.
we just gotta put this on. Now we want to drive in our wedge. And we need to put some glue on our wedge. I gotta get glue.
What glue?
So we've got some wood glue here, and we're just gonna put it on our wedge. And we just wanna put it in.
Quick, before the glue dries.
Alright. Let's cut it off. Okay. Now we've got our head on the handle. Alright. Now that we've got it on the handle, we just need to shape the handle and make it more of a handle. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to measure out these spots, because when I cut it, I didn't cut it perfectly even because I traced it off of another sledgehammer and it didn't work that well. So I'm just going to measure it and mark the toothpicks. so we have this rasp, and we're going to use it to shape out the handle, and I've drawn a little oval here, and we're trying to just grind down to the pencil line with the rasp. Okay, so we've got this shaped like an oval, and we've got it done to about there. But I think I'm going to take a break for today. Another day, and we're going to be working on this handle. We're about halfway done with the handle. As you can see, it's done pretty good, and it's super smooth, so we just need to keep working. So I've gotten a lot of the handle done, but the only problem is I don't have a guide or anything to make sure I'm doing it super evenly. So if you take your fingers like this, you can feel that it's kind of bumpy. So I've been using 80 grit on the angle grinder, but we're going to get some 40 grit and use that instead to get out all the bumps and roughs. It's another day, and we're going to work on shaping out the rest of this handle. We're going to sand the rest of this with the orbital sander and some pads. Look at that. That is pretty good. Just put some oil on it. Turned it a nice color. It's nice and smooth. It's got a nice grip. Okay, now we're just going to paint the head with a metallic bronze color so that it doesn't rust anymore. We just put some paper on the handle so that we don't accidentally paint the handle. So we've got it nice and covered with a coat of paint, and we're just going to let that dry. So here's the finished product, and it's got this nice metallic blackish bronze here, and looks like it's been used. Looks real good. And the handle, It's a nice yellow color. And so, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We had a lot of fun doing this project. Hopefully, you had a lot of fun watching it.